Okay, hi, hello, good afternoon, my dear students. This is Ritika, your chemistry educator, back at Unacademy's YouTube channel. So today we are going to have a very important session, and what are we going to study today? I will be telling you. In fact, you all might be knowing that we are going to study about the study of compounds. Hello Anubhav, hi, how are you? Alright, so about me, I am Ritika, your chemistry educator. I have completed my engineering in electronics and communication, and I am teaching you chemistry over here. So today we are going to have a very important session of your grade 10. But before beginning and before telling you what are the things that we are going to cover in today's session, I would like to request you that if you need any help in your homework or if you require the class notes, you can join the Telegram channel. The link is provided to you in the description box, and also you can join the official Telegram channel of Unacademy so that you stay updated with all the ongoing offers and all the tests, especially the Prodigy test, etc., that are going to happen over here at Unacademy. Okay, so we will quickly be beginning. If I tell you what are the things that we are planning for today's class. Okay, before moving on to the class, let me inform you about the one shot revision series that we are going to start. So students, this is the one shot revision series, okay, of chemistry that we are going to start. Perfect. Okay, now talking about the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. First of all, we should chemistry that we are going to start. Students, 1 minute. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if my voice is not echoing now. I could see that there were some technical issues. Alright, perfect. Okay, talking about the molecular formula of sulfuric acid, it is H2SO4. Okay, 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygen. Can anybody let me know what is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid? Hi Shrishti. Okay, so what's the molecular mass of sulfuric acid? It is 98 atomic mass unit. Okay, and talking about the structure of sulfuric acid. Acha, let's discuss the structure of sulfuric acid. We are having 1 sulfur. So 1 sulfur, it is placed over here. Then this is the basic structure of sulfuric acid. Acha, how is this structure happening, or what are the things happening over here in this structure? Let me tell you. So over here, see what we have done. This hydrogen, it requires 1 electron. Okay, so it takes this 1 electron from oxygen. Oxygen, it requires 2 electrons. So what does it do? It takes 1 from hydrogen and 1 from sulfur. Okay, talking about this hydrogen, this also takes 1 electron in the same way, and over here these 2 oxygen, they just go for sharing the electron in one side. Okay, so they are taking 2 electrons from this sulfur and 2 from this, and this is how the bonding is done. Okay, so I hope the structure is pretty much easy. You might have understood it. We will be moving on to the basic introduction. So sulfuric acid, it is known as king of chemicals. Okay, your MCQ type of questions can arise from this point. Okay, that what is the other name of sulfuric acid? Okay, so it could be known as king of chemicals. It can be also known as oil of vitriol. Okay, so these are the 2 other common names of sulfuric acid that we can have. Okay, now why is it known as king of chemicals, or what is the reason behind sulfuric acid being known as king of chemicals? Because there are many compounds which are manufactured or which are made using sulfuric acid. Okay, so therefore it becomes very important. It is known as the king of chemicals. Okay, it is basically used in a large number of industries, a large number of factories, etc., for various uses. Okay, next is, in the earlier times, how did we get the sulfuric acid? So it was obtained as oily viscous liquid. Okay, and it was obtained by heating the crystals of green vitriol. Okay, and therefore it was known as oil of vitriol. Okay, all right. Talking about the occurrence. So this sulfuric acid in the free state, it is found in the mineral springs, okay, and in the combined state it is found in the form of barytes or gypsum or caesarite. Okay, so these are the various I would say combined form of the sulfuric acid. Okay, so kindly remember the name of the compounds. Okay, so you could be asked that what are the combined form of sulfuric acid, okay, and you could be asked as your MCQ type of question. So kindly be sure that you know these compounds name. Okay, now talking about the preparation of sulfuric acid. So there are two ways basically. Okay, we will be moving with one by one. So first method of preparation of sulfuric acid, it is by oxidation of aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide with oxygen, chlorine or bromine. Okay, now how is it happening? See, we have taken sulfur dioxide, water, aqueous solution, and with, if I go for oxygen, I will get H2SO4. Talking about balancing the equation, so we are having over here 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so this is how we get the sulfuric acid by oxygen. Okay, if I go for HCl, then we need water, chlorine, and over here with sulfuric acid we also get the hydrochloric acid. And same thing, we can use bromine also in the place of chlorine. Okay, next is when we may react sulfur with nitric acid. So basically when sulfur reacts with nitric acid, it gives sulfuric acid plus nitrogen dioxide and water. Okay, alright, so these are the two basic I would say methods of preparation of sulfuric acid. Now if I talk about the manufacturing of sulfuric acid, this whole process, it is named as contact process. Okay, so manufacture of sulfuric acid, it is a whole long process, okay, and it is known as contact process. Okay, now talking about the contact process, basically this is I would say the structure, or I would say the arrangement which is done, okay, for the production of the sulfuric acid. Okay, now students, what is the important thing that you should be noting over here? As I told you that we are going for preparation of various compounds, right? We learned about nitric acid, we learned about hydrogen chloride, that is hydrochloric acid, we are learning about sulfuric acid. So every process has got its name. Okay, so it is very important that you remember the name of the process, because it is possible that you might just be asked that, okay, tell about the contact process. Okay, so in that case you just would need to go, or you would need to tell about what is contact process. And even if you know the whole process of manufacturing of sulfuric acid, but you don't know that it is for the manufacturing of sulfuric acid, you won't be able to answer that. Okay, so that is why you should be knowing the various processes. Okay, all right, so moving on further, this particular process, it is I would say it is completed in various steps. Okay, so step by step various things are happening. Okay, and then we get the sulfuric acid. Okay, all right, moving on further, the very first step, it is the production of sulfur dioxide. Okay, so basically how is it produced? Okay, let me note it over here. Okay, so sulfur dioxide, it is produced by a roasting method. Okay, we have learned about roasting method in the metallurgy. Okay, so it is produced by roasting metallic sulfides in air. Okay, so let me note it down over here. So in the very first step, what is happening? We take iron pyrites, that is FeS2, okay, and it goes for the roasting process. We get, when we go for balancing, it is somewhat like this. Okay, so this is the first process, okay, by which we can get the sulfur dioxide. Okay, next is, okay, I can see Srishti is having a doubt. Ma'am, what happens when NaCl reacts with HCl? Okay, so let me, okay, so I'll just show you over here. Okay, when NaCl, it reacts with HCl, it forms sodium hydride plus chlorine. Okay, so Srishti, this is what happens when the sodium chloride, it reacts with hydrogen chloride. Okay, okay, so I hope that you might be clear with it, and we were talking about the production of sulfur dioxide. So this is the first way by which we can get the sulfur dioxide, or we can also get it by, second method is by burning Louisiana sulfur, that is 99% pure sulfur. Okay, so when we burn it, we get, in the oxygen of course, we get sulfur dioxide. So these are the two methods by which we can get the sulfur dioxide. Okay, kindly remember both these processes, how we can get the sulfur dioxide. Okay, next is purification of the gases. So whatever gases we are getting, it's very essential that we are having the pure form. Okay, so basically the gases that we are having, for example the sulfur dioxide or the air, it is very sure that they might be containing some of the impurities, right? So why are the impurities required to be removed? If the impurities are not removed, students, what will happen? The reaction, it won't be giving the perfect, I would say, results, or the catalyst that we are using, they would not be so much efficient. Okay, so what is done? The gases, or I would say the mixture of gases, it is passed through the electric precipitator. Okay, and over here the gases are purified. Okay, hi Anushri. Alright, so basically the mixture of gases, it is taken, okay, and it is passed through a kind of purifier which is known as electric precipitator. Okay, this precipitator, it has got a chamber, okay, and the chamber, it has got wires and at very high potential. Okay, so this electric charge which is present in the precipitator, it will attract all the solid particles, okay, and then they are removed in this way. Then the mixture that we have, okay, it is led to a water scrubber. Hello, good afternoon, how are you? Okay, so in the water scrubber, whatever dust particles are by chance still left, okay, they are removed. Okay, and after this, the mixture is went on for drying. Okay, all right, and at the last it goes for arsenic purifier. Okay, so you are in grade 10. All right, okay. Okay, so the mixture is dried and then it is passed into the arsenic purifier. So these things happen in the purification of gases. In the arsenic purifier, the gases, they become completely pure. That means every impurity which might be left, they are completely removed. Okay. All right, thank you Anushri. Please attend all the classes. Next is catalytic oxidation of sulfur dioxide. Acha, now what we have got? We have got the clean mixture, okay, clean sulfur dioxide, okay. Yeah, we also have the classes for grade 9, Anushri. On the app also we are having, okay, and of course on the YouTube session. Okay, so for app you of course need to have the Unacademy Learner app. So kindly download it if you do not have it. Okay. Now after that, what is happening? Catalytic oxidation of sulfur dioxide. So basically, if I go for the equation, what is happening? The sulfur dioxide, it goes for oxidation. Now students, over here, very important thing, you should be knowing the catalyst that we are using. Okay, catalyst, and of course the conditions. Okay, because in your MCQ, you will be having your MCQ type of questions, right? So you could be asked that what is the catalyst used in contact process, or what is the catalyst used in Oswald's process. So you should be knowing the catalyst, right? Now this reaction, it is highly exothermic. It leads out a lot amount of heat. Okay, after catalytic oxidation, the sulfur trioxide that we have received, or we have got, it is absorbed in sulphuric acid. So basically the gas, it is cooled first of all, and then it is absorbed in absorption tar. So what is happening is, okay, and we get what? Oleum. Okay, so this is known as oleum. And at the last, what happens? This oleum, it is diluted in the sulphuric acid. So dilution of oleum to obtain sulphuric acid. So this is what is happening. Okay. Alright, so basically these are the various things over here, okay, for the preparation of the sulphuric acid. H2SO4 के preparation में सिर्फ equation with conditions are there in syllabus. Okay, so okay, Divyam, even if only you are having the equations with condition, it's very important that you understand the reason. Okay, so that is why you should be having a little bit of information. If you cram the equations, you never are going to learn it perfectly. So kindly try to understand how or why are things happening in this a particular way. Acha, talking about Unacademy free special classes. So these are the classes which are available for free of cost. So of course anyone can watch it. All you need to have is the Unacademy Learner app. Okay, now in these classes we are having the live real-time interaction. Okay, you can use the chats and emojis. Also you can ask the question. We are having question tab, so you can go for typing your question, or you can go for attaching the image of your question. Okay, next we have live poll options. So polls are the options in which polls are the questions that the educators ask you. Okay, and you can select the correct answer as per your choice. Okay, and you can participate in the live class. Also we have poll leaderboard, which basically tells about the position in your class. Okay, talking about special class timetable. So today, that is on 24th February, we are going to have a poll war on nitric acid. So it would be a kind of question answer session on nitric acid. And 26th February, we are going to have a poll war on the sulphuric acid. So these are the two question sessions that we will be going on in the upcoming days. Okay, next is Unacademy subscription feature. So why should you go for Unacademy Plus subscription? So you can learn from your home, and you will be having the unlimited access to all the courses. You will be taught by the top educators of India at one platform. Apart from this, you will be having regular doubt clearing session, answer writing session, and you will be under the mentorship and or guidance of your educators. You will also be receiving all the study material in the PDF format, and apart from this, you will be having practice sections. Alright, so kindly make sure that you go for Plus subscription to take your preparations to the next level. Okay, talking about how to go for Plus subscription. First of all, you can go for the timing, okay, as per your convenience, your need. You can go for 3 months, 6 months, 12, 18, 24, 36, anything, and you can use my code, okay, to avail extra 10% discount. Okay, all right. Now moving on to next thing, there can be a question that what are the favorable conditions to convert the sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide, that is the contact process. Okay, first of all, low temperature. So these exothermic reactions, they are followed, or they are going on very good at low temperature. So if you want maximum yield, okay, that is if you want maximum results, the temperature would be low, and the ideal temperature, it is around 410 to 450 degree Celsius. Okay, then next condition is high pressure. Okay, so again we need to keep the pressure high for having the maximum yield, and the ideal pressure that is used, it is 1 to 2 atmosphere. Okay, then it's access of oxygen. If we have a good amount or good quantity of oxygen, then the sulfur trioxide's production, it will increase. Okay, and at the last we need a good catalyst. So we know that we are using vanadium pentoxide over here as a catalyst. Okay, and also we can be using platinum. So over here you might be asked that why is platinum much more favored, okay, or why do we prefer platinum over vanadium pentoxide? Okay, platinum actually, I'm sorry, why do we prefer vanadium pentoxide over platinum? So platinum actually, it is a noble metal, so of course it will be very expensive, right? So therefore we just avoid using platinum and we go for vanadium pentoxide. Okay, now talking about the summary of contact process. As I told you, this whole process, it takes part into 4 basic steps. Now in the very first step, what happens? We go for the formation of sulfur dioxide. So it's formation of sulfur dioxide. How is it formed? By combustion of sulfur, or it is also given by iron pyrites. Okay, after that the sulfur dioxide, it goes into oxidation. The I would say catalysts that are used, it is vanadium pentoxide or platinum. The preferred one is platinum, and the temperature, it is maintained in the range of 400 to 450 degree Celsius. Okay, hello Akshay, how are you? Okay, so what do we get over here? We get sulfur trioxide. Now after that, this sulfur trioxide, it is absorbed in sulphuric acid, okay, and we get oleum, and at the last this oleum, it is diluted, so to get the sulphuric acid. So this is the whole summary of contact process. Okay, kindly remember the equations and of course the reason why certain equations are going in a particular way. Okay, I hope that this thing is pretty much clear to you up till here. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, before moving further, I would like to tell you something about the mega offer that Unacademy has launched. So Unacademy, it has launched the mega offer for all the students of grade 9 to 12. If you are going to buy a 12-month subscription or above, you can get 2-month subscription absolutely free. Okay, but students, this offer, it is valid for first 500 subscribers. So kindly make sure that you fall into the category of first 500 subscribers and you take on this offer. Also, you can be getting flat 10% discount when you purchase the plus subscription for any duration. So you can use my code and you can go for the purchasing of plus subscription. Alright, next we will be talking about the physical properties and some of the chemical properties of sulphuric acid. Okay, so let's quickly start with color. Sulphuric acid, if we go for pure form, it is colorless. It doesn't have any color and also it doesn't have any smell, so it is odorless. Taste, since it is acid, so it will be having kind of sour taste. Okay. And nature, it is kind of oily and it is having hygroscopic nature. Hygroscopic means what? It absorbs the moisture. Okay. So we should always, I would say, cover it and we should store it. Okay. Next, density. You do not actually need to remember the exact values. They are not really asked. Boiling point, it's 338 degrees Celsius. Okay, melting point is 10.4 degrees Celsius. And if I talk about the solubility, so it is very well soluble in water. Alright, talking about conductivity, if I go for the pure acid, okay, it is not a conductor of electricity. So pure acid, it is non-conductor. But if we dilute it, okay, so dilute acid, it is a good conductor of electricity. After that, we move on to physiological action. So it is very, very corrosive. Okay, so if I talk about the concentrated acid, it is corrosive in nature. All right. Okay. Now moving on to some of the properties. Just a minute. Okay. Alright. So we discussed the physical properties and now we will be moving on to the chemical properties and some of the reactions that are important from this particular unit. Okay. So first of all, acidic property. If I talk about the pure or I would say the dilute sulfuric acid, it very well reacts with metals, okay, and it reacts with metals which of course are above hydrogen in the reactivity series. So what does it form? If we take any metal, if it reacts with acid, it will give us the sulfate, metal sulfate, and it will give out the hydrogen gas. Correct? So what is happening over here? If I have taken any metal, for example, let's say I have taken zinc, okay, and when I make it to react with sulfuric acid, I will be getting metal sulfate. So what is metal sulfate? ZnSO4, and it will be giving out hydrogen gas. Similarly, if I take the case of ferrous, so again it will give us the sulfate and hydrogen. Okay, if I talk about the metals like gold, platinum, etc., they do not react with sulfuric acid. Okay, so they do not show any reaction. Now talking about the reaction with base. So when any base reacts with acid, it gives salt and water. Okay, and this reaction, it is known as the neutralization reaction. Okay, for example, if I have taken sodium hydroxide and it is reacting with sulfuric acid, I will be getting salt and water. So this is the neutralization reaction. Okay, next thing is when any carbonate or bicarbonate reacts with the acid. Okay, so this is second one. Okay, when any carbonate or we have taken bicarbonate, it is reacting with acid. Now with salt and water, we also get carbon dioxide in this condition. Okay, for example, if I have taken a sodium carbonate and it is reacting, I make it to react with sulfuric acid, I will be getting salt, that is Na2SO4. Now water and the carbon dioxide gas will be evolved. So in the case of carbonate, bicarbonate, the carbon dioxide gas is evolved. If it is just base, we will just get salt and water, which makes up the neutralization reaction. Correct? I hope that things up till here are very much clear to you. Moving on to next. Okay, so when any metal sulfide, it reacts with the acid, we get salt and we get hydrogen sulfide gas. Okay, so why these formulas are important to learn? Because these could be your equation. First of all, balancing the equation that could be there, or if you would you could be also asked that what happens when, let's say, any metal sulfide, it reacts with sulfuric acid. Okay, so you should be knowing the byproducts that we get salt, hydrogen sulfide, we get which type of gas, carbon dioxide, or we do not get any gas. So all these things you need to remember. So when any metal sulfide, for example zinc sulfide, it reacts with sulfuric acid, what do we get? We get salt, that is zinc sulfate, plus hydrogen sulfide in the gaseous form. Okay, so I guess these things are very much clear. And at the last, when we are taking any sulfite or bisulfite and we make it to react with acid, now in this case with salt and water, we get the sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, now if we have taken sodium hydrogen sulfide, okay, so if it reacts with sulfuric acid, what we will get? We will get salt, we will get water, and of course the sulfur dioxide gas. So let's quickly revise what are the byproducts that we get with the different things. Okay, so when any active metal, it is reacting with acid, we get metal sulfate and hydrogen. Okay, talking about sulfuric acid. Okay, when any base reacts with sulfuric acid, we get salt and water, which is known as neutralization reaction. Okay, then if I talk about carbonate, so if any carbonate or bicarbonate, it reacts with sulfuric acid, with salt and water, I will be getting carbon dioxide gas. If in the place of carbonate or bicarbonate, I take metal sulfide, so over there I will be getting salt and hydrogen sulfide. And at the last, if I am taking sulfite or bisulfite with acid, I will get salt, water, and sulfur dioxide. Okay, now this sulfur dioxide gas, it is very much harmful for the environment. Okay, it leads to air pollution. Okay, it destroys vegetation, it destroys plant life, animal life, human life. Okay, so these are the gases are really harmful. Okay, all right, I hope that things are very much clear up till here. Okay, next is the properties of concentrated acid. So if I talk about the concentrated sulfuric acid and the properties, so first of all, it is non-volatile. Okay, so non-volatile means it has got a very high boiling point. Okay, and therefore it is also used to prepare many acids such as hydrochloric acid or nitric acid or acetic acid, etc. Okay, you could be asked that why don't we use hydrochloric acid in place of sulfuric acid for the preparation of nitric acid? So the basic reason behind it is the sulfuric acid is it's having high boiling point, it's non-volatile in nature. Then it can be used as an oxidizing agent. Okay, so it is oxidizing agent, it acts as oxidizing agent. Okay, and on thermal decomposition, it also yields or it also gives the nascent oxygen. Okay, so basically what is happening, just a minute. All right, yeah, so this sulfur sulfuric acid, when it undergoes the thermal decomposition, it leads to formation of water, sulfur dioxide, and nascent oxygen. So this nascent oxygen that is produced, it can oxidize the non-metals, the metals, and the compounds. Okay, all right. So this is how it acts as the oxidizing agent. Okay, I hope that this thing is very much clear to you. All right. Okay, now telling you about one very important information, Unacademy Prodigy. So students, you get one more chance. Okay, the Unacademy Prodigy test, it is extended on February 27th. This is the last chance. Please kindly do not let it go. Okay, you can win the prizes up to crores. You can win scholarships. So this test, it is scheduled to happen on February 27th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. You can enroll yourself right now. Okay, if you face any problem in enrolling yourself, you can join the Telegram channel. All the information related to Prodigy test, it's given over there. Okay, so kindly make sure that you enroll in the Unacademy Prodigy. Also students, please make sure to enroll yourself into the batches. Okay, so there are these upcoming batches, and kindly make sure that you attend the classes of the batches to have or to gain maximum benefit out of the batches. Okay, and also if you sign up for grade 10, you will be getting the subscription of grade 11 and 12 absolutely free. Okay, so kindly make sure that you take the plus subscription and you go for the batches. Now let's quickly revise what are the things that we have covered in today's class. So we were studying about sulfuric acid having the molecular formula of H2SO4 and molecular mass of 98 atomic mass unit. Okay, sulfuric acid, it is known as king of chemicals because there are a large number of compounds which are using this sulfuric acid. It is also known as oil of it is also known as oil of vitriol. Okay, so it is we get it, or in the earlier time we used to get it by heating the crystals of green vitriol, and that is why it is also known as oil of vitriol. Next is occurrence. So in the free state, it is found in mineral springs, and it is formed by the action of water on sulfides, and in the combined state, it is formed in the form of barytes, gypsum, or calcarite. Okay, then is preparation of sulfuric acid. So it is a whole 4-step process. First of all, oxidation of the aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide is happening with either oxygen, chlorine, or bromine. Okay, and this particular process, and the next is the sulfur. When it combines with nitric acid, it leads to the formation of sulfuric acid. Okay, then talking about manufacturing of sulfuric acid on a large scale, it is by contact process. Okay, now talking about contact process, it is a 4-step process. Okay, first is the sulfur dioxide. It is produced, okay, by the action of iron pyrites or by Louisiana sulfur. Then the gases are purified using electrical precipitator. Okay, and it goes through to water scrubber, okay, to pick out all the rest of the impurities, and at the last it is passed into arsenic purifier, where the gases become, or they turn into their purest form. After that, the sulfur dioxide that we have, it undergoes catalytic oxidation. The temperature maintained is 410 to 450 degrees Celsius. The reaction is highly exothermic, and the catalyst that we are using, it is vanadium pentoxide. And at the last, this sulfur trioxide, it is absorbed, okay, in the sulfuric acid to produce oleum, and this oleum, it is diluted to give out the sulfuric acid. Okay, next we moved on to the favorable conditions. So basic conditions are low temperature, high pressure. We should have good amount of oxygen so that we can have a good quantity of sulfur trioxide, and catalyst, it is used vanadium pentoxide. Okay, next is Physical properties, so it's colorless, odorless acid. Okay, it has got oily hygroscopic nature, that is why the bottle, it should always be covered. It's soluble in water. And talking about pure acid, it is non-conductor. Dilute acid, it's a good conductor, and it is highly corrosive in nature. Okay, talking about chemical properties, when sulfuric acid, it reacts with metal, it gives metal sulfate and hydrogen. When it reacts with base, it gives salt and water. The reaction, it is termed as neutralization reaction. When sulfuric acid reacts with carbonate or bicarbonate, with salt and water, it will produce carbon dioxide. In place of carbonate, if you are taking metal sulfide, okay, so we will be getting hydrogen sulfide gas with salt. Okay, after that, if it reacts with sulfide or bisulfide, we will get the sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, and the sulfur dioxide gas, it's very harmful, it pollutes the environment. Then concentrated sulfuric acid, it is non-volatile, it acts as oxidizing agent. When it undergoes thermal decomposition, it produces nascent oxygen, which oxidizes the metal, non-metal, and the other compounds. So these are the things that we have covered for today. I hope that you might have understood everything related to sulfuric acid. If you have any confusion or anything you haven't understood, please let me know in the chat box. Also, students, please subscribe to the channel of Unacademy, and if you need the PDF, you can join the Telegram channel, and please like and share the video as much as possible. Okay. Also, students, kindly make sure to attend all the special classes. Okay, download the Unacademy Learner app, and also do not forget about the Prodigy test, because it is the last chance. So kindly keep studying, keep learning. All the very best for your preparation. Let's meet in the next session over here at Unacademy YouTube sessions. Thank you. Let's meet in the next session.